Alrighty, guys. So it is 3:30. Time to wrap it up for today. So holding on to our gains. So far, we've been after that last little pop here. That's definitely the last update. We talked about a little potential stop run. They popped it pretty hard on that third retest, and they run it higher. And then look at that retracement, almost down to the mode 5900. A little bit, not quite, but definitely enough to get you totally messed up if you try to get long on this one on the pullback. So I hope I got out early on that thing. Uh, uh, the purpose was really just to get enough to go to break even, and this run here, not quite sure it was it was for real, and you can see how that's just absolutely retraced. And sometimes it does that. It's just a total fake out, and it's if you don't get continuation right from the get-go, you just kind of want to hold off on that retest. That reverse retest did not work out, and they just ran it quite a bit lower. So if you had your stop below that rotation, that would be the minimum. Then you would have been shaken out of that thing. So, but now, right now, I was looking at this, and they were. I was taking the Nasdaq trade. You saw that one, right? I showed you that before, but after that rotation down, a little pullback, slop, a little attempt to take it lower, and then a nice little pop to the upside. So we had a pretty good strong mode here to try to take this higher. So we're starting off from the long side, going into the overnight. Looking to buy weakness. It's going to be an edge here at the 5900. It's going to be one down here at the 58.95. Rotations back up. Going to be one there at the mode at 59.15. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So buying weakness for rotations back up, going into the overnight. Now the news for tomorrow is mortgage apps at 7, oil report at 10:30, and that's it. A few Fed speakers. So not much going on news-wise tomorrow. And we'll see how far they can take it. I mean, look at capital flow. It's definitely right up here against in this area. Now the attractor is going to be up here at the 6,000s. It's going to be your next attractor spot. And well, it's going to be one here at 59.60, not as a big one, but the bigger one is going to be here at the 6,020s. So we'll see. I mean, it looks to me like they are on the way. So we'll definitely move out of the middle to the upside. So we're just going to be trading with it primarily. So today's ES trading, two losers right from the get-go, and then I have two small winners on after that, and I'm back to break even. So that's about it for the ES. So just the break even day on the ES. Nasdaq is a little bit less successful. I was looking at that thing. I had this couple of trades going on here, so I was down to 180 in the last update. A couple of this last trade here, that one was not a good one. I got impatient, got in, had to repair it, and then they shook me out right there. It was like very frustrating. This little rotation here had me at break even and then some, but then they ran it one leg lower and shook me out. And I tried a long trade, which I got out of. Got shaken out of, and tried a short trade on the pullback here, which was completely wrong. So that's going to cost me another $50. And I tried a short trade here at the very when it was right up here at the high. So this started taking this higher, a nice retest failure, and I'm thinking like, okay, we're getting into that JK period time frame, and I'm just waiting for them to at least do somewhat the rundown. And you can start this when this bar was forming, it was looking like the dynamic was really pretty good selling going on. I missed this entry a little bit, got late on that thing, but I had a pretty good trade going here. And I had my target down here just shy of this rotation. And it didn't quite make it down there. And then it started retracing it. I had my stop kind of tighten up, and they just nicked me. They just freaking got me. And then they ran it lower. But then again, it didn't kind of take off to the downside. I was looking at a little bit bigger retracement down towards that initial balance high, but it didn't get there. And then a nice pop to the upside, and now we're holding on to the high. So starting off on the long side on the Nasdaq, same as the ES, looking to buy weakness against the 270s, against the 230s, and the 180s for rotations back up. And that's the Nasdaq. So both ES and Nasdaq start on the long side of the market. Bond market priced themselves down a little bit, just holding at the 112.20s. Watch this next level, the 112.16s. If that comes out, we could see the yields go quite a bit higher. They could really take off to the downside. But this is good support. So I would be looking at buying against the 20s and the 16s for rotations back up. So that's the bond market. And then finally, oil and gold. Not much to say about those today, to be honest with you. Gold is range band, just kind of holding in a range right at that 30 to 32.50s. If they stay above it, I would kind of look for moves higher. Last one I would short would be the 32.62 to 63s. And if they start trading lower, I would look to buy against the 38s, maybe down to the 30s here for rotations back up again. So range bound gold to get started. If anything, I would think buys maybe to the downside if you're going to see further liquidation and rotation into equities. And oil to the upside, nice move to the upside on oil, and they are so far holding on to their gains. So pop to the upside, demand improvements on oil and energy, definitely moving oil higher. So stay on the long side right now. In the short term, at least, just be mindful as soon as the supply picture changes, this kind of come right back down again. All right, back to the ES, and so far, as you can see, we are holding on to the gains. Looks to me like we may get a little move to the upside here. So capital, we are definitely on our way now. Capital flow has changed to the long side of the market, and it's definitely a big market, big bull market, or a big bull run going on right now. Alrighty, we'll wrap it there. So break even on the ES, down 150 on the Nasdaq, and that's just sometimes you just can't recover the Nasdaq. I had a good thing going down that last trade. I was down to like maybe 80 on the down in an $80 loss and not another $70 in profit. But then Nasdaq just freaking retraces right back on you, and then they as you can see, they have squeezed me to the upside. It was in this area on the Nasdaq, so they were squeezing me right up here, and then they finally nicked me, and then it's like okay. So that's it. So I'm not going to try to repair it any further than that. So we'll leave it there, guys, and I'll see you back in the morning. We'll go at this again. All right, guys, later.